Heyo, Fincast86 and the Big Cheese with 3 minutes of genealogy wisdom. Immigration records are a great source for finding data about when your family crossed the pond. After all, we are a country of immigrants. Your family, your ancestors probably crossed to the United States in the past 300-400 years. So, what are you going to start with? What you know. Figure out the names and the times and the ports of entry, that's really important, the port of entry for when your ancestors crossed the Atlantic or Pacific, where they came from, who they were, when they crossed, and what port of entry they used. Those are really important facts for discovering the passenger lists or ship manifests, because these things are not standardized. These aren't done by the federal government. Two of the most prominent sources are U.S. Customs passenger lists, which go from 1820 to about 1890, and then U.S. passenger lists, which go from 1890 to the 1920s. Now, because they're not standardized, you're going to be looking for index lists. All right, so let's look at your online sources. There's a couple of sources that you should try that are free. FamilySearch.org. You also have Steve Morse, that's Steve and then Morse as in Morse code.org. And you also have Ancestry.com, a subscription service. So these are going to put you in touch with a lot of index lists. And these lists will allow you to find, maybe the name of the ship that your ancestor came across on, maybe more information. But it's not necessarily going to give you the actual ship manifest. And if you want to go off and find that, generally that information is not going to be scanned and digitized and put up online. It may not be searchable. It may not be in one of these databases. But these databases are powerful. You can get on there. You can search them. You can search them in the case of Steve Morse and FamilySearch.org. You can search them for free. However, if you want to take it one step further and find the actual images of the ship manifests or the forms that were submitted to the U.S. Customs and Immigration authorities back in the day, then you probably need to go and find that on microfilm. And the two main places to do that are the Family History Center in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the National Archives in Washington, D.C. There are other areas, there are other centers of genealogical stuff where you can find this, and you can probably find this online. Again, look for what you know, figure out when your family crossed the pond and what their names were, when they crossed, their port of entry, then take it online, try and find them in an index, and then try and find the ship manifest, the passenger list, and you can find a whole lot of information about your ancestors. Where they came from, sometimes their address or locality, the specific county they came from in Ireland, what their profession was. You can add color to the story of your family's immigration past. And my Pinot Grigio is running out of chill, so cheers and good luck.